Welcome to Supercar, the channel dedicated to giving you the unbiased truth about the industry's most hyped releases. Today the focus is the 2025 Dacia Bigster. This mid-sized SUV has been celebrated as the ultimate budget disruptor in the C-segment SUV market, with a commanding 4,570mm length and cavernous practicality, offering up to 677 liters of boot space. It promises family utility, without the premium price tag. Starting from approximately £25,215, the Bigster represents extreme value. However, the value Dacia delivers always comes at a calculated cost. The engineering philosophy behind this car, often described as essentialism, means that while the price is minimal, the compromises are serious. This vehicle is not hailed as a masterpiece of engineering. Rather, external analysis suggests it functions as a monument to necessary compromise. These trade-offs directly result in the three potentially terrifying problems that buyers must fully understand before signing any contract. To ensure you receive more honest data-driven automotive insights like this, be sure to subscribe to Supercar now. So, let's talk about the first big problem, which is what some folks are calling the safety star scandal. Basically, trading protection for price. Imagine, buying a brand new family SUV in 2025, and then finding out it offers the kind of crash protection you'd expect from a car that's, 10 years old. The most alarming issue here is a clear, measurable failure when it comes to keeping passengers safe. The Dacia Bigster, for example, holds a pretty concerning projected 3-star Euro NCAP safety rating. Now, this score really stands out, in a bad way, when you compare it to other vehicles in the same segment. Take the Nissan Qashqai or the Kia Sportage for instance. Both of these consistently hit the highest 5-star rating, so yeah, the difference is pretty stark. When you dig into the crash test results, things get even more worrying. The detailed analysis highlights some serious concerns about basic occupant protection. In the frontal offset test, for example, the protection for the driver's chest was actually rated as weak. And then, looking at the full-width, rigid barrier test, chest protection was only considered marginal for both the driver and the rear passenger, based on compression readings. These ratings, honestly, point to compromises not just in the fancy tech, but in the fundamental structural strength that's supposed to keep people safe during high-speed crashes. Missing Lifesavers. The ADAS deficit, the low safety assist score, which is estimated at 57%, is further explained by the strategic omission of key advanced driver assistance systems, or ADAS. These systems are expensive, but, honestly, they're integral to achieving high ratings, and, more importantly, preventing accidents. A significant family-focused safety deficit is the complete absence of a child presence detection system. This technology, is becoming a vital, minimum standard, and its omission is a terrifying risk for families, increasing the potential for tragic heatstroke incidents. Furthermore, the mandatory speed assistance systems are implemented minimally, the intelligent speed limiter is noted as not default on, and the system is generally considered, pretty basic. The inability of the Bigster to demonstrate advanced, default-enabled ADAS features prevents it from scoring highly in assistance categories, serving as a clear example of cost-cutting measures impacting routine safety provision. Problem 2 is what I like to call the acoustic assault, where comfort is, honestly, just an illusion. The Motorway noise penalty, also known as NVH, is a major issue. Dacia's strategy often involves skipping features that, sure, you can't see, but they actually contribute a lot to passenger comfort. This is the so-called invisible stuff. However, when you're driving the Bigster, it becomes obvious pretty quickly that what you can't see is, often pretty easy to hear. The second terrifying problem here is the systematic sacrifice of interior refinement, especially when it comes to noise, vibration, and harshness insulation. Reviewers, time and again, report that the Bigster is noisy at higher speeds and suffers from a lot of wind noise when you're on the motorway. The analysis shows that alternatives in the family SUV class, like the Nissan Qashqai or Skoda Karoq, are honestly much more hushed at a cruise. This lack of advanced sound damping, firewall insulation, and acoustic glass isn't an accident. It's a conscious cost-cutting measure to keep things affordable. For the people inside, this means the Bigster ends up offering a noise profile that's kind of similar to a much older, really stripped-down vehicle. While Dacia claims these materials are chosen because they're hard-wearing, historical ownership complaints about previous Dacia models do raise some durability concerns. Previous Duster and Sandero owners have reported issues where materials would come undone, fabric would stretch, and cheap plastic clippings would snap pretty quickly. Combined with inherited concerns about paintwork vulnerability and rusting, this pattern suggests that despite its perceived ruggedness, the Bigster may show signs of accelerated wear and tear, impacting its long-term aesthetic durability and potentially reducing its retained value far sooner than more refined rivals. The initial savings might ultimately be offset by poorer long-term depreciation. Problem 3. The hybrid gamble. Quirks, jerks, and reliability questions. So, the unrefined multimodal transmission, the Dacia Bigster's flagship selling point, the efficient hybrid 155 powertrain, is simultaneously its biggest source of potential long-term complexity and repair risk. The hybrid 155 uses a sophisticated, clutchless Renault multimodal hybrid transmission. This highly complex system has been cited as having an unrefined personality by multiple automotive analysts. The primary issues observed stem from the software integration and shifting logic. Specific drawbacks include jerky operation where the gearbox has a habit of keeping gears very long when accelerating, making for an unsettled driving experience during hard acceleration. Furthermore, inconsistencies in the blend between mechanical braking and regenerative braking create a lack of refinement, leading to brake system inconsistencies. These quirks detract significantly from the perceived ease of use that an automatic hybrid should provide. Limited 4x4 choice. A final constraint stemming from Dacia's cost management is the limitation on available drivetrains. The most efficient and refined automatic choice, the hybrid 155, is exclusively front-wheel drive or two-wheel drive. So, buyers seeking maximum capability must compromise elsewhere. Those requiring genuine all-weather or light off-road capability are forced to opt for the TCE 134x4 version. This means the Bigster cannot be simultaneously equipped with a flagship automatic hybrid powertrain and true all-wheel drive, which is, honestly, a significant limitation when compared to family SUV rivals that offer powerful, efficient all-wheel drive options across their range. Supercar verdict. The buyer's ultimate dilemma. The Dacia Bigster 2025 is unquestionably a masterclass in providing a large, practical car for a minimum price. It offers maximum space, high efficiency, and minimal cost. However, this expert analysis has revealed that Dacia's affordability strategy demands three terrifying trade-offs that informed buyers cannot afford to ignore. The Bigster is an honest car for an honest price, but the savings are only realized if the buyer acknowledges and accepts these critical, tangible compromises. The ultimate choice for the buyer boils down to a single, crucial dilemma. Are the initial cost savings truly worth the sacrifice in safety, refinement, and potential long-term reliability risk? Let the channel know in the comments below. Do these shocking truths change your perspective on the Bigster? Are the savings worth the safety and reliability trade-off for you? If this video provided you with the full, unvarnished picture, please give it a thumbs up and share it with those considering a budget SUV. And don't forget to subscribe to Supercar for more unbiased automotive insights.